Hey everyone, it's Gamefruitpulp, and welcome back to another Minecraft Building Toronto video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what normally comes out on the channel for this series, because in this video I'm going to be explaining why you guys should consider joining the Building Toronto project as a builder. Last video that came out a couple weeks ago about the Building Toronto project, I showed you how to get a car as a visitor to travel through the map quickly and check out all of the things we've built. And being a visitor may be what some of you want, but others may want to join the project as a builder as well. So in this video, I felt it was time to do a sort of updated overview of what being a builder on the Toronto project is like, what to expect, and who should apply. If you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, and also consider checking out my link tree, which is in the description of the video. There's a number of different things there that you can check out to find new ways to support the channel. Anyways, I hope you guys do enjoy. Again, this is a video without a script, so if there's some ums and ahs, I apologize. Jumping right into it, the Building Toronto team has about 10 builders right now with varying amounts of activity levels. Some builders are on once every 1 or 2 days building, and other ones haven't been on for a while because they're busy with school. Those builders that haven't been on for a while that are still part of the project are people who've been on the team for a really long time. That's not what we try and have for newer builders, because we want to make sure the project is right for them before we sort of quarantine off buildings for these people to complete when they may not come back for months. So the main thing I guess we're looking for at first to know if the Building Toronto project is a good project for you is obviously you need a Minecraft Java account. I guess I should have covered that off in the first place. And you need to have a passion for building a city. The Minecraft Building Toronto project, for those of you who don't know, is a city building project that aims to recreate the city of Toronto, Canada on a 1-to-1 scale. We include interiors, which is a little bit different than other city building projects that I know about. And we've been going at it now for, I believe, 6 or 7 years. So we've been working on it for a very long time. And the reason we've been working on it for a long time is because we have a high focus on detail. We want everything to be as detailed as we can, which means things take usually a lot longer. If that kind of building isn't for you, then maybe the visitor aspect is the better thing for you to check out. Just joining the server, exploring the quests, checking out our builds and that kind of stuff. But if that kind of building is something you think you'd be interested in, then let me go into a little bit more detail about how we choose our builds and that kind of thing. The Building Toronto project builds along a building perimeter. That perimeter is clear to everyone, both builder and visitor. When you look at our Dyn map, it's shown with the red outlined square on the Dyn map. Everything within that area is where you can build. All new builders start out with the same rank. It's an intern rank, and these builders are builders who are on test builds, and they can only do builds that are assigned to them. Once they complete a build, they can move on to a new one, but those builds are only assigned. And we always try and have the builder who's in the intern phase do a small build, a medium build, and then a large build. And this is just to check out their skills, and not in a sense to judge them, but in a sense to see if they're a good fit for the project. Not everyone is, but if you show an interest in the project, you show that you want to learn how to maybe improve your building skills like I have, like all of our builders really have since they've started, then even if you're not the best builder at the start, we'll definitely consider adding you to the team, and we'll work with you to try and make your skills a little bit better. When I started building, I was not that good of a builder, and meeting Star and Von Frank and some other builders along the way have helped improve my skills. And right when I thought my skills were the best they could be, we had a new builder join our team, Reeser, and I saw some of the detail work that he did, and I found new ways to make my builds even better. So I'm not saying that our builders are the best in Minecraft. That's not at all the point. The point is that as long as you're willing to try and always make yourself a better builder, then this project is a good place for you. Once a builder gets through the intern phase, they have a lot more flexibility on what they can do. They move up from intern to builder, which is where most of our current builders are. There are a number of other ranks, but those we're not really going to get into in this video. Builders who are in the builder phase can select multiple builds at the same time, but they can't obviously build with builds that are assigned to other builders, only the ones that are chosen by them and not chosen by anyone else. They can work in groups, but it's not mandatory, and they get access to a number of things that help make building easier. They get access to the head shop, which helps for getting intricate, delicate details, as well as the debug stick and a higher world edit, maximum edit ability. These are all things that are aimed to help you guys, who would be potential builders, build to the best of your abilities. That's really the baseline of what to expect if you were a builder. And then I guess the other thing to figure out is how do we actually get our builds as detailed as we do? To do that, we have a number of things. The first is that we all work together. Whenever there's something that we don't understand or don't know, we always try and talk about it in our group chat, where we try and figure out the best way to build things. But the Building Toronto project is all about capturing the city's details as accurately as possible. And to help us do that, there are a number of resources that we use. Google Maps is the main external tool that we do use on the project. Street View is used to look at the city's exterior details, and the measuring tool can help us properly scale our build. And most structures downtown also have interior photos posted on Google Maps that we can use when recreating the interior. If we need to look at a roof or other parts of a tall building, we can use Google Earth to do that. And we can also measure vertically with Google Earth, which is helpful as well. And then for us, if neither Google Maps or Google Earth are helpful, then we use Bing Maps, which is surprisingly good for a lot of overhead images that are much clearer than Google. And we're also lucky enough to have our own project photographer, Nasser, who volunteers to take photos around the city for us in our free time. That's the main sort of tools we use to try and develop the project and make our builds really good. And then obviously there's a methodology about how we build and how we always try and build everything. So when we're first selecting a build, the first thing we always try and do is figure out the measurements and lay out the area. Look how many floors we need to fit and how many windows fit on each side, because obviously when we're building in one-to-one, things don't always line up perfectly. So this gives us an idea of how much space we have to work with and how we can plan to fit as much detail as we can. With interiors, we have to focus on recreating the feel and the purpose of the rooms rather than the exact rooms themselves, because not all the time are we going to have the space we need to create those rooms. So chairs, for example, are going to be 1 meter wide by 1 meter wide in Minecraft, which obviously isn't helpful for us when trying to recreate the real thing. And then lastly, like I said before, of course, the most important tool is talking to other builders for two reasons. One, because it helps make you build better. And the other reason is because it helps create a good team atmosphere that makes everyone have a better time on the project. And that's really the details behind what building on the Building Toronto team is like. You don't need to be from Toronto to build on the Toronto project. We have a number of builders, including Star, one of our most active builders and the co-host of this project, who isn't from Toronto, and they enjoy it, I would say, just as much as the ones from Toronto. Obviously, the ones from Toronto have a little bit better understanding of some of the buildings because they've been there, but because we have that communication happening in the group, they can always speak to other people from Toronto to get a better idea of what it's about. So if this sounds like something that would be interesting to you to join, we have a basically application guide or application form that's in the description of this video that you can check out if you wish to join the project or apply to join the project. As I mentioned before, not everyone who applies is accepted, and not everyone who is accepted into the intern phase becomes a full-time builder on the project. But if you think you've got the stuff it takes to join, we'd be happy to look at your application and we'd be happy to try and give you a shot. So be sure to check the description for that link, and if you're interested, be sure to apply. That is really everything for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you haven't checked out the Building Toronto project, be sure to do that as well. That project is explorable for anyone with a Minecraft Java account. It's on a public vanilla server at BuildingTO.ca. Thank you guys so much for watching and for your continued support on the channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Gamefruitpulp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Have a good one.